Hey guys, welcome to Wrestling Days and welcome to a slightly struggling Wrestling Days. We've been screaming our way through Crown Jewel and now we've just had one of the best SmackDowns ever. It was absolutely incredible. NXT invaded SmackDown and there was a lot of excitement. But we're not here to talk about that. We're here to talk about what the future holds for the Fiend. A lot of people have been asking me this after Crown Jewel, and I didn't want to do this video until SmackDown had aired because I kind of felt like we were going to get a few clues, a few pointers from SmackDown, and that's exactly what happened. The Fiend wasn't on the show. Funhouse Bray was meant to be on Miz TV. Sadly, he wasn't. Obviously, you know, there was travel problems coming back from Saudi Arabia. But still, we did learn some stuff tonight on SmackDown. Most notably, that Brock Lesnar has quit SmackDown. So it seems like he is going to go over to Raw. He said he'll be on Raw on Monday. He wants Rey Mysterio. So he's going to go to Raw. And I could see him signing a contract over there. I could see him taking the WWE Championship over there. And then that, of course, means that it's free for Bray to take the Universal Championship to SmackDown. Now, what I would say is if he's going to do that, we need a new belt. At the very, very least, they've got to change the strap. The strap is a red strap that won't work on SmackDown. SmackDown is blue. So they need to change the strap. There's a picture here that you can see of actually a custom title that was made for Bray, and it looks absolutely incredible. I think it's a brilliant, brilliant looking belt. They could use that or get a slightly more updated one that's got maybe "Let Him In" written on it and little Fiend masks or Firefly Fun House references. Honestly, I don't mind, but I just think they've got a big opportunity to give the fans something a little bit different again. A lot of people I've seen on Twitter and in the live streams as well saying they would love to see the Fiend with a custom championship. So that's definitely something that they should take into consideration. So far, it seems as though Bray, the Fiend, is going to stay on SmackDown. Seems like the Universal Championship is going to move over to there thanks to Brock going the other way. We know that we need to make some slight changes to the belt as well. But we need to talk about feuds and next steps. And really the big event that's coming up is Survivor Series. That's in about 25 days' time, something like that. And it seems like the original plan was Seth versus the Fiend again, because a graphic leaked saying that we were going to get Seth versus the Fiend at Survivor Series. Apparently WWE tweeted it out and then deleted it quite soon after. So that could be the original plan. Things could have changed since then, but it's got to still be an option, and it's got to still be on the table that we might be getting that match again at Survivor Series. Failing that, it could be a normal match, normal Survivor Series type match where it's champion versus champion. That would see the Fiend versus Brock. But of course, this shirt is a little bit different because NXT is involved. So we could also get the Fiend versus Brock versus current champion, NXT champion, Adam Cole, which would be amazing. That would be absolutely incredible. I don't know what they're going to do, which option they're going to take. Are they going to stick to the original plan? Are they going to do a normal Raw SmackDown match? Or does every match have to have NXT involved? And if so, then a triple threat would seem most likely. So I think it'll be one of those. I think it'll be one of those options. So in the short term, there's really just the end of the Seth Rollins feud. or building towards a typical Survivor Series match. Really, things get more interesting after Survivor Series. That's when we can start looking towards the next feud. And this could be the feud that actually rumbles on towards WrestleMania. And I think a feud that's going to need that kind of a focus needs to have a real history to it. Now, they can't do Randy Orton because Randy Orton has gone over to Raw. So looking at the SmackDown roster, I could see someone like Braun Strowman coming into the mix. We've spoke a lot about The Undertaker in the past, and that's obviously still an option. Undertaker could strike at any time. He's got plenty of reasons to want to attack The Fiend, most notably because The Fiend attacked Kane. So it could be Undertaker at any time. I think that becomes a little less likely now. I could see him starting a feud with someone after Survivor Series, and I really think we're looking at someone with a history, and I really think we're looking at someone like Braun Strowman. Now, that's just a guess. It could be anyone, of course, but I really feel like they need big matches. They need to tell interesting stories. Braun Strowman will be coming out of Survivor Series probably without a feud as well. So I could see these two being on a bit of a collision course. The other options that we've got are things like Daniel Bryan, which would be very interesting. That would make a lot of sense. Again, there's a real history there as well. But I'm just not sure if Daniel Bryan, now that he is like a babyface again, whether they would want to do him and put him in that match with The Fiend, who is kind of like a babyface as well. It'd be hard to know, who the fans would root for. Whereas with Braun could embrace that darker side and kind of turn heel, like we've seen from him in the past. It could be someone like Luke Harper, but I'm not sure if he's really strong enough for like that main event scene. Even though there's such a strong history there, it's a bit of an ask. It could be someone like Roman Reigns. Perhaps now they're at the point where they're quite happy to bring Roman into that title picture. So we actually get The Fiend versus Roman. That would be huge for WrestleMania. Be a fantastic feud as well. They can build off the story that, he just destroyed Seth. Well, now it's time for another member of the Shield, his best friend. So now he goes into a feud with Roman. I could see that being a problem, though, because I think Roman's been booked very well since he returned. And putting him in the ring with the hottest thing in wrestling at the moment might not go well for Roman. So I don't know. It's really hard to call, but I'm going to stick with my initial gut reaction, and that is at the moment that we will get. I think we will get a traditional Survivor Series match, but they could add NXT into it, and then afterwards a feud with Braun Strowman. Let me know your thoughts, guys. I need to go at this point because my voice is failing me, but let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. If you enjoyed the video, give it a like, hit the subscribe if you haven't already, and hopefully I see you again next time. Bye for now.